Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video. Today I'm gonna talk a little bit about the fragrance Dsquared Wood and why I think something is off with this release. But before I jump into the video today, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy the content of this channel and you want to step up your fragrance game. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. Before we jump into this fragrance and why I think something is off with this release and this fragrance, let's do a quick breakdown on how it smells. The first thing you pick up when you smell this fragrance is a very fresh opening. It has some citrus in there, some bergamot, maybe some ambroxan, and also a little bit of orange. So it's not a revolutionary top note in this fragrance, but it's very captivating, very fresh, and it gets you drawn into the fragrance. When this fragrance dries down a bit, the first thing that comes to mind is some violet leaf and some ginger. There should also be some cinnamon in this fragrance, but I think it's a very subtle note. It's not compared to like La Nuit de l'Homme cinnamon type of scent. So this is a very subtle note in this buildup of this fragrance. So there's mostly some ginger and some violet and violet leaf in the mid notes in this fragrance. When we move into the base note of this fragrance, here is where the fragrance really shines for what it is and what it's supposed to be. Because it's overall a very woodsy fragrance that mixed with vetiver got that masculine type of scent that they goes for when they created this fragrance, no doubt. It projects very strong, it's very citrus in the opening, then a little bit more mild in the mid notes, and then the base notes come with a boom, with this very woodsy note mixed with the vetiver. You know, it can't go wrong if you want this very masculine and more mature type of fragrance. So, who is this fragrance for? I think this would fit a man that likes the outdoors, who likes hiking, maybe climbing mountains, being in the wild, hunting, and really love the nature life. It's a very masculine scent, and I wouldn't recommend this scent to a younger guy, because you know the wood notes mixed with the vetiver makes it a very powerful, very strong projection and a very masculine type of scent. So think about that. If you're gonna buy this fragrance, it would suit the best for the mature man. Maybe he has some beard and a really masculine guy, likes chopping wood, being out in nature, and so on and so forth. So what about the price of this fragrance? Is it cheap? Is it expensive? Is it somewhere in between? This fragrance is actually pretty cheap nowadays. There's been a really heavy price drop on this fragrance, at least here in Sweden, what I've noticed. So it goes for around 40 bucks today here in Sweden, and maybe other places as well, for a 100 milliliter bottle. So it's a pretty good price for this fragrance, so you can just pick it up if you want to try it. If you like the more mature, vetiver-based woodsy fragrances, this could be a really great alternative for you. Let's move into why I think this fragrance is weird and why something is off with this release. In the last couple of months, this was a very popular fragrance in Sweden. I don't know why it was so heavy promoted like a couple of weeks ago, because this is a release from 2018. These were on posters and stuff like that in the boutiques where I live, the physical stores where I can buy perfumes here in Sweden. But now the last couple of weeks they don't sell it anymore in none of the physical boutiques, just online. I can't find this fragrance anywhere in a regular boutique. This is really weird. And another thing that I think is really weird is there was a very subtle or a very heavy, price drop in the last couple of weeks from like 70 to 40 bucks. So that's a little bit weird. And the third thing I think is pretty weird with this release from Dsquared is that it's a pretty mature scent. I don't think it's so different from the earlier release that they put out the market. So I don't know if this is like too mature for a lot of people and that's why it doesn't sell that good. I really don't know. Maybe they should try something more youthful, something more sweet, something more seductive if they're gonna do a release in the nearby future, because this doesn't seem to go that well or sell that good here in Sweden, at least. I know it's a weird move on the behalf of Dsquared that they released this fragrance that is very similar to their old release. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Have you tried this fragrance? What do you think of this whole price drop and why you can't get it anywhere in the stores nearby? Maybe it's just Sweden, or maybe it's some other countries as well. Let me know in the comments, guys. What do you think of this fragrance, and so on and so forth. That was it for today, and hope you liked this little short video, and I'll see you the next time. Thank you. Bye bye.